Well, hello my beautiful people. Welcome back to my channel if you're returning, and if you are new, welcome to you as well. In this video, I have budget-friendly recreation inspiration as a part of the recreation inspiration challenge. I'll talk more about that, but let's jump right in. So whenever I am going to create anything for this playlist, usually I look at what I have in my stash and then I go searching for the inspiration. So I found this on Martha Stewart channel and I had everything in my stash. This is the tray from a set of 6. I got these from Woodpecker's Craft. I am an affiliate, so if you are interested, I will link those trays in my description box. I painted it with 2 coats of folk art chalk paint in Adirondack, and I also took my spring transfers. You guys have seen me use this quite a lot. So I found these flowers, cut them out, and now I'm going to be transferring them onto the tray. This is so simple. When I saw that tray on Martha Stewart website, I thought that this was the perfect thing to recreate because I already had everything. I had the tray, I had the transfers, and they look very similar to what that young lady used in her video. So I'm like, yes, let's go for it. So here I'm just peeling off the carrier sheet from the back of the transfer. Place them down on the tray, and I'm going to layer this. So the ones that's going to be at the bottom, I put those down first, and then the ones that I wanted on top of that, those would go on last. If you are new to my channel or coming over from the playlist, welcome. I'm so happy you joined me today. Here on my channel, I do DIYs on a budget, dupes, thrift flips. If you love budget-friendly DIYs like these and you have not yet subscribed, please consider subscribing and be sure to hit that notification bell. Hit it again and select all so YouTube notifies you whenever I upload new videos. And now that I had all the back pieces down, I took the last piece. I only had one piece to layer on top, so I just did the same thing, remove the carrier sheet, place that down, and then transferred it on. And I also placed that, what I believed I used another butterfly because I wanted it to appear as if he's perching on the stem. And then I just took the carrier sheet and just rubbed that in. Now I'm using some Mod Podge Multi matte, and I'm just using that to seal everything in. It doesn't matter which Mod Podge you choose to use. I just use this because I haven't used it in a while. And here my tray is done just like that, my friend. So easy and simple. And here is Martha's tray looking all so similar. Let me know what you think. Now we're on to DIY number 2. My inspiration came from Michael's, and this is ceramic, but I'm going to use a tin. So I took this tin or can, if you want to call it that, whichever is fine, and I use my hammer to just hammer in a little design almost to give it the appearance of what it was on the ceramic. Now this is the Recreation Inspiration. This is hosted monthly by Loli from Loli D's Creation and Katie from Lady Red Crafting. And this month we have Jody from Jody Southern Seasons. And as always, links to their channels will be in the description box as well as the playlist. Make sure to check them out when you get done watching my video. So here I am hammering away, or just enough, and just checking it out every now and then to make sure my design looks somewhat similar to what's on the can. And this is what it looks like. Now I'm going to paint it with some gold metallic paint, but before I did that, I took some Mod Podge, went over the can with the Mod Podge and let it dry, and that is just to prevent the paint from coming up. The Mod Podge adds a barrier between the metallic surface and the paint. So I'm dabbing on the paint. using a DIY sponge dabber. This is the wooden section from Dollar Tree's foam brushes, and I just cut a piece of sponge and just added that. Now this is where I'm going to get a little extra with my design. This is Folk Art Terrazza Sealer and Terrazza Flakes. I'm going to add that to the surface. So this product is from PLAID. So I'm using a generous amount of the sealer, and I'm just going all the way around on the tin, and then I'm going to add the flake. You want to add as much as possible just so it sticks when it dries. And I'm going all the way around with this, and if you notice, it's the same color as the paint, which is perfect. So I added sealer, went around with the flakes, and this I left to dry overnight because, guys, I was crafting at night, leaving to dry while I'm at work during the daytime. I come back home, go to church, come back home, and then craft again. So this got enough time to dry. And then for the rim, I just used some spackle and then painted that gold. And after that dried for 24 hours, here I am adding a second layer of the sealer, and that is just sealing the flake, making sure that it doesn't come apart. And once you have that sealed, leave that to dry and you're good to go. Here I'm just using a little heat just to for the purpose of the video. Next, it's time to add my floral. So I took a piece of floral foam, just glued that in the center, got this pick from the Dollar Tree, and I'm not going to cut much of that. I just cut off a piece of the stem, placed that in the center, and then added my rose. Here I only added one, but then I added a second one after. You'll see that in the final reveal. And then to just finish up this, I'm adding some burlap, scrap burlap that I had put down somewhere. I'm just using that to fill up the empty space in our little vase. And this is done, my friends. Let me know what you think about this one. Did I do a good job of recreating that? Now we're on to DIY number 3. This is another inspiration from Michaels, and of course this is a wall decor plaque, and I'll be using this wood cutout that I got from Woodpecker's Craft. I've had this forever, as long as I can remember, just did not know what I was going to use it for. But here I am using it now. So I'm just tracing out the window and the wheels, and I'm going to use some tumbling tower blocks to create the back of the truck, because this is going to be like a planter box. So I measured up the space and then just use a pencil to make small markings just to know where I need to place this. So then I took tumbling tower blocks, glued them together with some hot glue and wood glue, and I've created the base, and now I'm gluing up the box, not the box. I'm gluing up the back, and I just did the same, use a little hot glue and a little wood glue and put that together. And there it is. Now I only did 3 sides. You only need 3 sides because one side is going to be resting on the surface of the truck. And now to close up those spaces, I use a little spackle, just soft enough to cover everything. Applied that and then left it to dry. And this is what it looks like. Now I'm going to sand that down, but I'm just measuring now my space again to make sure that I still have the right space or the right area that I need to glue this down when I'm done. Now I'm going to paint, so before I painted, I use a little piece of tape just to cover up that area where the back of the truck is going to rest on. Next, I took some Waverly chalk paint in Elephant and a little white paint and just blended that together just to tone down the gray because it was a little too dark. Now that the back of the truck is dry, I took the sanding block and just sanded that down, and then the rest of the paint, blended that again and painted this. Now, because I'm blending the paint, I may not get the same mixture, but that's okay. So now I'm ready to move on to the next step. I am Mod Podging before I do anything else. Now, to let that white area pop a little bit, I took the black marker and I just went around the border of the white, and then I shaded in the side mirrors. And then to give the impression of my tires, I just took a white paint pen or a marker, just created some indentation on that. Now it's time to glue on the back of the truck or the planter box to the truck. But before I did that, I took the black marker and just went around the edge of the planter box. And I love this part. Ooh, peeling off tape. That part is so fulfilling. So then I took the wood glue and some hot glue, placed that on the box, and then just line that up over the space and glue that down. Now little parts of it was still showing unpainted, but no worries. I took the gray pen, I took the gray paint and a fine paintbrush and just painted that in. And can you see the uneven shade in the paint? But that's okay. This little truck is rustic. And now it's time to embellish even further. I got these little loose leaf sheets from Temu when I was ordering from Temu, and I just tear out that section that I needed and use the glue stick to glue that onto the back of our little planter here. Now after I glued that down, to seal it, I just went over it with some Mod Podge. And that was a little too much Mod Podge, but I just used the back side of the brush just so I didn't get too much on my paper there. And then just use the heat gun to dry that. Are you enjoying the content so far? Go ahead and subscribe and be sure to hit that notification bell as well. And also leave me a comment down below. I enjoy reading your comments. It's now time to fill the planter. So I use another piece of the flower foam, glue that in, and then I got these, I think this is hydrangea, not sure, but anyway, I got this from Dollar Tree, and this has been in my stash for as long as I can remember. I cut them down maybe about 2 inches off the stem, just enough so I can fill the foam in the box and still leave a good amount hanging over. I also love the fact that the flowers blended in with the paper on the back of the truck. That was quite a coincidence, but I love it. My friends, don't forget to check out the playlist down in my description box below. And while you are down there, just browse around and see what else you can, just enjoy. Also, don't forget my website now has all the items that I'll be creating on my channel, so you can also check that out as well. At first, I thought, okay, I'll just take some blocks, glue that on the back of the tires, but then I remembered, oh no, that's not going to be balanced, Christine, because you have the planter at the front. It's going to topple over because it's not balanced. So I had to remove that, and then I had this sawtooth hanger that I got from something else. I am just going to use a little hot glue here for the sake of the video, but then I will go back and just screw that in. And that is it, my friends. Love it, love it, love it, love it. This is my inspiration. And for our Bible verse, Proverbs 3:5-6, trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways, submit to him, and he will make your path straight. Now here we are for the final reveal, my friends. Here is Martha Stewart's version, and this is my version on the right, Michael's version, and this is my version on the right. Let me know which one of these 3 inspiration DIYs was your favorite today. Don't forget to like, share, and comment down below because I enjoy reading your comment. And these are the paints and products that I used in this video tonight. To follow me on social media, check my description box for my Linktree address. And for more budget-friendly content, I suggest this video right here. Stay safe, my friends, until my next one.